Okay, so we're going to do another one of Steve's lame videos. We're going to show you how to do a SmartBoard. We have a lot of new staff this year, and we want to put this up so that as the years go on, we can make sure everybody knows how to use the SmartBoards. These SmartBoards are in every classroom except for one this year. This is 2018-19. Within the next couple of years, we might have one in that room as well. So the SmartBoards are all mounted on the wall with a wall-mounted projector. This will decrease the shadows that come across the screen. In order to use a SmartBoard in your classroom, it's actually very easy. If you look down here in the corner, on one side or the other of the SmartBoard, there is a connector assembly, a panel. That'll have three connectors. It'll have a VGA connector with an audio plug next to it. It'll have an HDMI connector, which is blue. And it'll have a USB connector on the bottom. You have to have the USB connected to your computer in order for the touch features to work. If your touch doesn't work, check your USB connector. You just forget that all the time. So what you need to do to make this work is you bring your laptop over. All the laptops that teachers have are set up for having SmartBoard software on them. So all you need to do is find the connector that's on the floor somewhere or up against the wall. It'll be a blue HDMI connector, most likely. If you're running a really old laptop or computer, you might have a VGA, but hopefully not. Plug the HDMI connector into your laptop, and plug in the USB connector. So if you look at the laptop here, this is how it should look when you want to use a SmartBoard in your classroom. This is for pretty much every laptop. Generally, they're all set up the same. USB is usually right next to the HDMI connector. If you have these both plugged in and turn on your laptop, you should see your screen pop up on the computer. I'm not going to do that with this one. This was just to show you what it looks like. The one down below here is already connected on this desktop, which I'll show you. This has an actual VGA connector on it. It's the same thing. Once you have your computer connected properly, you come up to the SmartBoard. You can power it on by pressing the power button on the projector if you're tall like me. I'm 5'7", I'm really tall. Or, and I'm sure somebody stole it because I'm trying to make a video. Yep. You can use the provided remote control. The remote control has a power button. Turn it on, and you should see two blue lights. One of them will start blinking. That means the projector is turning on. It takes about 20 seconds or so for the screen to come up. You'll see the Epson display, and then you'll see the desktop. If you don't have your computer on yet, it'll get a nice blue screen of death, we used to call it back in the old days. But it'll just be a blue screen because it has no signal. So let's see what happens. Yep, it's already on, obviously. You can see. I don't know why it's up like that. Yeah, it's good. Every computer's a little different. So we have a login screen because the computer is already on. So the computer's on with its video and it's USB connected. You can tell the USB is connected because I touch the screen, the mouse moves, okay, and you're all set. Your tray should have either a blinking white light or a solid white light. The blinking white light means that the USB is connected and it's trying to turn on. You have to be logged in for all the software to be loaded correctly in order for it to work. So the touch will work even though the light is blinking. It just means you can't use a lot of the notebook software yet, or the SmartBoard ink and different things like that. So I'm going to log in, if I can find the keyboard. I've done this before, right? Let's go ahead and log in.
So this is logging into the domain?
Yeah, any computer you have to log into the computer to enable all the features.
Okay.
And be able to use it. So you have to log in. So let's see. If you're on a Chromebook, obviously you have to log into Google. Whatever makes the computer go to a desktop setting, that's what you need. That's a good question. So yes, you have to log into something. Once you log in, your desktop will come up, or on Chromebooks, a Chromebook desktop will come up, and the white light should eventually turn solid. This is a Windows 7 machine. It's a few years old. It's going to take about another 20 seconds or so to come up. You should actually see a little tab pop up on the left side. The little tab actually it shows you that the driver software is installed and running correctly.
Where is it?
It'll come up.
Oh, okay.
It hasn't come up yet. Almost there. I know it works because I've been using it.
Your phone is telling me that the battery may run out soon?
Okay, it's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. Okay, now we have a solid white light. And hopefully in a few seconds, I can't remember. There it is. Yep, the tab comes up, so you know that it's running. It just enables more tools. If you open it up, you have other tools you can use. You know, different types of markers and stuff like that. Okay, we're gonna go quick because my battery's gonna die. You have touch features. I can touch anywhere just like a mouse and run this without using a mouse. Real quickly, if you start up the notebook software, and that's gonna take a few seconds too. Sorry about the layout. I'm gonna edit that.
So touching it twice like that, it's a double click, right?
Double click is
Okay.
touching it twice. Good question. If you hold it and don't let go, it emulates a right click, which I can show you as well. I think I might be able to show you here. Hold that. Yep. Trying to do two things at once. The computer doesn't like it. There we go. So if you hold it and wait a few seconds, it'll give you right click options. I'll edit this part out. There. If you don't know this already, Smart Notebook is the interactive software we use for the SmartBoards. You can draw, type on it, draw pictures, input interactive little tools and stuff. This video won't go into that. This is just a basic one. I'll do that later. Okay, so this is notebook software. You turn it on from here. Again, you can use the mouse. You can use your tray here and select your different colors. You can draw things. Okay. You can import stuff from the gallery and whatever to use on SmartBoard Notebook. It's almost like a slideshow type thing or a note-taking application. It's a whiteboard that you can draw on digitally.
But don't use real whiteboard markers.
Please
on
don't. That's a good point. Do not use, that's Erin on New Librarians. Good point. She's doing our videos. Yes, because this is hers. Okay? Don't draw on this, please. Okay, so then we can close that. I'm not going to save anything. Just another keynote on this. If I use the different colors on the desktop and I start drawing, maybe, there we go. It'll actually open up a little pad for you. Like if you want to take a quick note or something and you want to write something, you can say this, and Steve, okay, whatever. And you can take quick little notes on the board if you want to. If you open up the internet, sorry. We'll go quick here because I know people hate long videos. Come on. If I'm on the internet and I want to emphasize things on the internet or in a Word document or whatever, you can actually do the same thing. And you know, I can underline things, whatever. So you could do stuff on web pages or Word documents, like somebody types something in a Word document, you can highlight things, make corrections, whatever. You know, if you're a language arts teacher and you want to, you know, whatever. So you can do that. So that's my quick video on hooking up a SmartBoard. We basically, this is the SmartBoard, you turn it on, you have your connections down there. Most people are going to use the blue HDMI connector and the USB connector. If you have a very old computer, you might use the VGA black connector. They're both available to you on every single room in the building. If you have, HDMI doesn't have to be blue, but HDMI is shaped a certain way. Sorry, if you could focus in on this, it's that end. It has to be that end. That's HDMI. All new laptops have that. Any other questions? Come see me down in the library. And now Erin knows all about it too, so you can see her too. And you should be all set. Thanks for watching.